All right, welcome back. It's 5 minutes gone past 6 already. 6 minutes gone past 1 o'clock. It's Sunny Side with Joyce is still live. I am Andrea Adobe Tech, and I was asking you this question, right? What major event in your life influenced how you view the world and how you view life today? And basically, what we want to achieve with all of this is bringing out the lessons that we have learned from this experience. Basically, the lessons that we've learned from the experience so far. Do you want to share yours with me? 0700 993 993 993. Hello?
Hello, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon. Welcome.
Yeah, Mrs. Oti.
Thank you.
Yeah. Great show.
Thank you.
On the topic,
Yes.
I would say it's social media.
Ah.
Oh yeah, it's social media because back then I used to listen to the TV and the radio,
Okay.
and now waiting I won't give us, now go give us. We don't get choice.
Abby.
Now waiting now offer us. Now we go talk about.
Mm.
But social media is different, and the limits at which you can stretch yourself to make yourself better or to ruin yourself is there for you.
Mm.
It's how willing you are willing to stretch yourself.
Yeah.
For example, social media helped me to understand women much more better.
Really now?
Women. Oh, yeah. Back then in the radio, I'm always arguing, always shouting. Women are lower than men, blah, 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 blah.
Ah.
With social media and with this constructive way of informing us, their own constructive way, new ways of speaking to us, speaking to men, and then the radio and the TV started emulating those styles and
real.
everything, and with the rise of feminism, and social media also helping a bit to push it out a bit, Oh my God, that made a lot of difference for me,
Ah.
Now I respect women, equality. The woman deserves leadership and the man does not deserve leadership. Let him stay under. Let the woman stay on top. Don't be by force.
All right. Thank you.
So,
Thank you for sharing. I mean, so
social
that
media
major.
has been wonderful.
Okay, so social media, the advent of social media itself is what changed the way you see life. All right. I mean, that's good. That's good. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Hi. Good afternoon. Talk to me. What's your
My
name?
name is Val.
Welcome, Val.
First of all, before I go, I want to ask for a favor.
What?
Please, tomorrow, I don't know if it will be possible for you to revisit a confession that was made by somebody some time ago. We're analyzing it, but we didn't have enough time to finish it. It's about a lady that made her husband's side chicks to work for the husband when he was sick.
Okay.
So we're trying to analyze this, so please, I crave your indulgence. If you can revisit it tomorrow, probably after confession.
Well, I mean, I'm not sure that I will be here tomorrow.
By God's grace, you'll be here. Please.
Well, let's see how it goes.
All right.
Thank you. All right. On WhatsApp, Olai here is saying, "Good morning, Mrs. Teke. I would like to be called Andrea." All right. I mean, for now. He says, the experience that changed my life, my own, was after I came back from NYSC and I finished all my alawi on looking for a job. You see, that's the thing. They tell you, save up your alawi. Save it up. How much are we saving? Is it 16.5 or is it 19.5? Or is it how much? How much is it now? I think 30-something thousand. Yeah. 33,000 something. So we should save 33,000 something. We're not doing any other job. But save 33,000 and 33,000 naira for a year. And then, when you're done with it, you open up a business and all that. For me, that's unrealistic. But anyways, let's read Ola's story. He says, at that point, parents had already taken off their hands. Hunger taught me to... Okay, he says, hunger taught me a great lesson. I realized how expensive feeding 3 times a day can be. I used to be very arrogant before. Going through this phase humbled me. I started respecting anybody doing any kind of job. This hunger taught me a lesson to the extent that when I see those men riding Okada, I would nearly prostrate. So great time. Life no easy. We are all surviving by God's grace. Oh, my brother. My brother. I feel you. Mommy, thank you that you shared this one. Trust me. Thank you so much that you shared your experience. The part that, at that point, parents, they've hands off. They told you are now a graduate. Are you not earning alawi? Use your alawi, put yourself together. The same people that will tell you to save the alawi for 1 year and open business. The same people that will tell you, hey, now use your alawi and say, how much do you want to save? How much do you want to take care of yourself? Put yourself together. And you are eating, you will pay house rent. The place that they is it deployed you or redeployed you or you are posted, you will pay house rent now. You pay house rent, you will eat, you buy food store. Is it 33,000 naira you want to do all of those? And they still save at the end of the year to open business. Anyways, but I feel you. And it's a good thing that experience taught you a lesson. And the lesson there is that, respect the job, respect the hustle, respect the people who doing any kind of job just to survive and earn a living. All right. Thank you for sharing that one. To me, that's quite a major event that happened for you. So another here is saying, this is Emmanuel from Mushi. He says, good afternoon. For me, the experience that really changed me was when I almost lost my life because of my girlfriend. And she was not even bothered if I exist. Wow. That experience changed my view about, and he's, okay, don't force love where it does not exist. Now that's deep. That's deep. And you see some people, I said it earlier, sometimes it could be heartbreaks. It could be that you are longing to love someone, you are in a relationship with that person, trying your best to do all that it is to make sure that this person reciprocate that love, but it's not working, you see? And you're just there. And you find out that you're heartbroken eventually. And for him, that's what he experienced. The part that he said he almost even lost his life, and this girlfriend, so to speak, who he was so much in love with, didn't even care that he existed. So that experience taught him a lesson and changed his perspective that you do not force love where it does not exist. I think that's a good lesson. The phone lines are buzzing. 0700 993 993 993. Hello?
Good afternoon, Andrea.
Hi, good afternoon. Welcome.
It's Ogene calling from Ikorodu.
Welcome, Essie Ogene.
So now, the experience that changed me, right?
Yeah, the major happening in your life or major events that changed the perspective of life for you.
Okay. Is radio.
How is that?
Okay. Before now, I'm the kind of person that I discovered or I find myself in a situation, I'll just be like, well, I've met myself here, let me just continue. I never thought I could think of improving myself. I never thought
Ooh, Essay, if you can, please do call us back. All right? Hello?
Hello?
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Sorry for the whole back.
It's okay.
Hello, my name's Rafiat.
Rafiat. Oh, Rafiat, it's been a while.
Yeah, I know. I do listen though.
Oh, how are you though?
I'm doing good.
Okay.
I'm absolutely good.
Welcome.
So, I really love this topic today. And to me, the one event that happened so far in my life that really changed almost everything for me was at the age of 9, my dad lost his job. And it was such a very... There was a lot of lessons for me. First off, he lost his job because a couple of people had said he did something that he didn't do.
Wow.
Took them a while to discover that, he didn't do what they say he did. Basically, he was like a bank manager. He gave out an overdraft. And a couple of people at his workplace had reported to the head office to say, Oga, don't do fraud, though. So amount of money is missing.
Wow.
Blah, blah. Before he would get to work on Monday, they were like auditors and all those things. And even after they discovered he wasn't a fraud, it wasn't fraud, and the owner of the person who got the overdraft had paid him the money back.
Wow.
It was already too late. So from the first stuff, I learned that in as much as you are nice to everybody, life is not going to be nice to you all the time.
Absolutely. I agree with you.
Another funny thing was the day that he got back home with his termination letter was the day that we gave birth to my younger sister, who is the last one.
Oh my God.
And I saw my dad just shift his attention from this thing that just happened to him to, I mean, I think my younger sister had like the best naming ceremony ever.
Wow. You don't mean
for
it.
me, I was honestly was like as if he just wanted to blank out that
Every
aspect
other
of
thing.
what happened. Yeah, and just focus on the fact that wow, this girl arrived.
Yeah.
Like, it's a constant reminder.
yeah.
You know, and for me, he also taught me about communicating with your children because as young as 9, my dad did sit us down to say, see, this is what has happened, and because this has happened so suddenly, some things are going to have to change because we're kind of semi-spoiled because my mom was still doing the discipline, but my dad was like, I have the money, whatever it is that you get, you get. So both of them sat us down and said, see, things are going to have to change because daddy now has now lost his job, so this is going to have to change, this is going to have to change. And also I saw, you know, my dad is the kind of person where his house is always open to everybody, and that kind of dwindled.
Wow. You see life?
So it made me realize if you're going to have friends that will ride for you till the wheels fall off. Like, have friends that will ride. Because we still had a couple of people, like I had one of his friends who kept on paying my school fees even when I was in secondary school. You know, so I kind of felt if you're going to have friends, please have friends that will ride for you.
Yeah, I agree.
One singular event actually taught me so much. And about marriage as well, because my mom had to now be the one to, my dad was jobless for like 6 years. So my mom had to be the one to step in. And I saw her step in, and at the same time, I saw her show so much love to this man. There was a couple of times when my dad got to, like, you know, somebody who is very active. Yeah. My dad is 60-something, he's still working. That tells you what can happen if that kind of person loses his job. So my dad sometimes he was a bit frustrated, and he would take it out, not like physically or anything, but he would be moody and stuff. And me, I'm thinking to myself, and my mom would try to pet him, try to talk to him, and I remember asking her, why? We are literally squeezing ourselves to accommodate his moods, and you're going over and beyond. And she's like, because I know this is not him.
Wow.
The situation is what's making him this, and this is not him. And and for me, that taught me something about marriage. That marriage means for better, for worse.
Yeah.
And sometimes the worst can be worse.
I know. Trust me.
And for me, that was like, I mean, I look back at what my mom did. I mean, in my young mind, I was like, this woman, you're pretty, you're young, you're fantastic. Why are you here?
I
but
get
now
it.
I've grown. I realized that for her. And I remember I had I spoke to her recently, and we're talking about that issue. And I was like, why didn't you leave? Because you were still in town. She was like, you know what? I did ask her that. And I was like, you were still in town, and I would still see men give you the eyes. You know, and she was like, I couldn't do that because your dad, when things were amazing, fantastic, I was popping. I mean, you know, like he bought her a car, she had money. He was not like starving her for anything. So like when this bad time came, I knew this was my time to be there for him.
Yeah. But Rafiat, you're Bashide. You're Bashide. How would you be?
I was young.
I know, right?
I was young, and I just didn't understand the whole dynamics at the time.
But that taught you a lesson.
Exactly. And I did not realize how this one incident did so much on my mind until I grew up.
Wow.
Until I started doing some things, and recently I had to sit back and say, why am I this way? And I realized that one incident did me, like my dad, for me, I look at my dad in a different light, because even when that incident, sorry, I'm taking so much time, but there's something that he did. At that time, I was supposed to go into the secondary school. Okay. And I had like 3 scholarships in Kano, because I mean that time my head was still hot. But I told him, I said, I don't want to go to all these schools. I want to go to a unity school. I've always wanted to go to a unity school. So despite the fact that this issue happened, my dad sat me down. He said, you want to go to a unity school? You know what's happened in the house. I don't want to deny you of this amazing unity school experience you've always wanted to have. But this and this and this is going to be the consequences of you going here. Yeah. I'm going to squeeze all the money that I have and make sure you get to this school.
Wow.
For a couple of things like maybe visiting day. And I agreed to all the terms. My dad sold all the shares he had at the bank. Wow. Everything. That was like 2002. And all my money to get into school that time, buying me provisions, everything was about 58,000. And that was so much money back then. Wow. And he sold all his shares and he made sure I went to that school. And that's why every single time I was in school and I felt like giving up, I'm like, no, no way.
Wow.
I'm going to finish this school. Even when I go into uni, every time I felt like giving up in university, I'm like, you know what? My parents want me, and I always see the brightness on their face when I come back with a good result.
Oh.
So for me, that was my driving force. That was the motivation I had.
All right.
Out the time I was in school.
Thank you,
so much,
Rafia.
Andrea.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Wow, those were actually impactful lessons, worthy of note, if you ask me. I mean, one event and a lot wrapped up in one. And I'm glad that we're talking about this. Sometimes it just takes you to sit back and, go back in time. Just, breathe and start, unfolding, asking yourselves questions. Go back in time a bit to just dig out this experience and look for the lessons in it. Did this actually change the way I see life right now? Did this happen to me? And am I a product of these happenings? Sometimes we just need to ask ourselves that question. Hello? Hello?
Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Tucker.
Good afternoon.
Yes, speaking with Omar.
All right, welcome.
First time caller. Yeah?
Welcome.
For me, first, the event that changed my life was when I was 5 years old. My dad and my mom got separated, and my dad was never in support of me going to school, and that happened to me. So my life changed since when I was 5 years old.
Wow. Hello? Wow, it looked like his experience was quite too emotional for him. But I need to take this WhatsApp message. It's coming from Marcel. Marcel says, good afternoon, Andrea. Take care. I am enjoying the show and great topic. I'm a frequent listener. Okay, thank you. He says, the experience that changed my perspective and the way I see life, especially in Nigeria, was during the pandemic when prominent officials in this country hid palliatives that were supposed to be shared among citizens in their houses and warehouses. He says the wicked part of this was that some of these palliative items were almost or expired, which means behind closed doors, this government would rather see innocent citizens die of hunger than to share the palliative meant for them. He says, to be honest, ever since then, I made up my mind never to trust the Nigerian government or participate in anything that has to do with politics or politicians. Each time I remember that incident, I weep for this country. Oh, wow. You see, one of the reasons I don't like, talking about things like this, but it's mostly gloom and doom. And, I try as much as possible to stay happy and joyful, Anyways, guys, tell me that major event that happened in your life that changed the way you see life, the way you see the world in general. Is there something that's changed your perspective? Rafia's story reminded me of something that happened to my husband. And I think it took him a lot to learn that particular lesson. So I'm saying this because, it's a major event. I'm sure if he's listening and if he were to calling on the show, this particular event will be the most defining moment for him, will be the major event in his life that changed the perspective, the way he sees life and the way he sees the world. You know how it is you trust a friend, someone you brought, to your bosom, and in your heart of heart, you want to help this person grow. And at the end of the day, this individual goes at your back and defrauds you. It's tough, right? That major event taught him quite a lot. That you don't mix, what's that thing called? Friendship and business. You don't mix those two together. You don't mix sentiments with business. Or you don't do business based on trust. Nah. I think that moment taught him that lesson. Anyway, we might go on a break. Or yes, we will be going on a break shortly. The phone lines are buzzing. I'm not sure I can take any other call just yet. So we're going to break. When we come back, I will take a few calls and then we'll switch gears. Stay with me.
The Sunny Side with Joyce. We'll be right back. information, more talk, more right after this.
The scales from your eyes and everything fell off, and you're like, so this is the way life is. You know, that moment. Sometimes, in fact, I tell people that, you see, as we grow, there's no way that you're not going to get to that moment in life. If you have not gotten that moment, maybe you're not there yet. You haven't really experienced life. So what's that moment for you that just changed everything? Were you defrauded as well? Were you heartbroken? What changed your perspective? Hello?
Hello, Andrea.
Hi, what's up? Talk to me.
I'm fine. The line went off earlier. Is there a calling back?
Okay. Oh, great. I'm glad that you called back. Go ahead, Essie.
So, like what I was saying, is radio because before, though I was listening to radio before now, but not Nigeria Info. It was your sister station,
Okay.
Wazobia FM.
Ah.
So fortunately, during the lockdown, my husband introduced me to Nigeria Info. It was Joyce's show that day. So I fell in love with the show. I fell in love with the way Joyce is present, the way she talks. So
Aw.
I started listening from Joyce to Sandra. But there is one thing before then.
Okay.
I never see myself as somebody that can be great. I never see myself because due to what I've passed through, the way I end up,
Yeah.
so I always look down on myself. But I noticed since I started listening to Joyce, there is the spirit just tells me that you can do it.
Yeah.
You
Aw.
can be somebody. So, time to time, if I haven't listened to Nigerian for a day, today I feel I'm not existing. Because I want to get knowledge from the shows, day in, day out. Before I don't listen to weekend shows, but one day I just let me check what is happening on Saturdays on Nigerian. I tune in and relationship 360.
Yeah.
I say, wow, so something of such is happening, all this while. Before you know, GS, I say, wow, from Monday to Sunday now, it's Nigerian info, it's not Nigerian info.
Nice.
Nothing else.
Nice.
So Nigerian info has really helped me, the way I think, the way I talk.
Yeah.
Sandra on her own, she always says it, I will give you the hard fact. So
Yeah.
if I want to have conversation with people outside now, I'll make sure I talk to them, giving them
The
in
facts.
facts.
Nice one.
Yes.
Nice one. I wanted to
So
also
that
ask
is
you that
it.
I hope that you're doing something with the information that you're getting from Nigeria Info. It's not enough just to listen, you know.
Hey,
You know-
I am doing a lot.
Nice. Nice.
I am doing a lot with it, especially when it comes to social media. When you talk about telecom, what are you using for social media? I have been using social media because
Nice one.
I saw.
Nice
I'll
one.
go to YouTube. I learn something from YouTube. So many things. So I don't just listen.
Nice
If
one.
I listen, if I know this one will help me, I'll use it for myself.
Nice
If
one.
I know it will help me, I'll call
You move
somebody,
on.
tell the person. So
All
that is
right.
just it.
Thank you, Essie, for sharing. I appreciate that you did. And I'm glad that Nigeria Info has been impactful in your life. I'm really, really glad. And you see, I'm also really happy for you that you're embracing it. You're embracing that you can become, you know, despite what it is that must have happened to you that changed things. Sometimes we plan to have our life go a certain way and then life hits you and your life turns another way. That itself is a major event that changes everything for you. But, you still have to forge on and keep going. And I'm happy that you have taken your life in your own hands, despite what it looked like before. Okay? Hello?
Hello, Andrea. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome.
Thank you very much. You have Sociable on the line.
Welcome, Sociable. Talk to me.
Thank you very much. My own point of knowing how the world is and then making them, that's the high point of my own life. Was the time I started to study the Bible.
Okay.
Yes, it was a very turning point for me.
Okay.
I was able, in fact, I had been a church goer for a very long time. The usual putting the Bible on the armpit and go to the church, sit down, clap hands,
Yes.
and come back. But when actually I had to sit down and study the Bible, my Bible conductor helped me so well.
Okay.
So I was able to look at the word. I was able to see where the word is headed
Okay.
and where we are at this point. And the Bible was able to help me to be a man of my own. What do I mean by that?
Okay.
I don't go by any wind of teaching. Whatever I hear, whatever people say, I weigh it with what the Bible is saying. I make my own decision.
So it's a very big turning point for me, and I'm very glad for that.
Congratulations.
And even I recommend that every human being take time to study the Bible. It tells me of what has happened in the past, what is happening presently, and what is going to happen in the future. So it makes me not to worry about even many things that are happening, even about political activities, economic downturn, and so many other things. It makes me have a better look. In fact, it helps me see that the only thing that one can use his life to do now is just to serve God.
Okay.
Whether you have money, you don't have money, you are known or you are not known, you are politically engaged or not, or whatever angle you look at it, the best thing is for one to use the remaining part of his life to serve God.
That's right.
It's a very big turning point for me.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, Sociable, for sharing your turning point with us. All right. 0700 993 993 993. Hello.
Hello. Good evening.
Please turn down the volume on your radio.
I'm going to do that now. Okay. Is it better now?
Okay.
Is it better now?
Yes, it is. What's your name, please? Welcome.
Okay, I wouldn't want to mention my name. Yeah. So
Okay.
I'll just go straight to the point.
Okay.
What events changed my life or changed the way I see life? I'll start with the one that happened to my mom.
Okay.
Okay, I lost my dad at some years back, 10 years ago. But before that, I remember we went to the church with my mom, and there was this prophecy that came out that she shouldn't leave her husband's house and all of that.
Yeah.
She didn't know what it meant.
Okay.
She actually didn't know what it meant. But a few years later, my dad died. And if he hadn't died at that point in time, or if she had left the house before that time that he died, a whole lot of things would have happened to us. We're six in numbers. A whole lot of things would have happened. Looking at the family, my dad's family and all of that, a whole lot would have happened. But she stayed put. That was patience.
Wow.
For me, patience.
Wow.
So I learned that from her. And I'll go to the one that happened recently to me, like a few months ago. That was early May.
Yeah.
I was at the hospital. I was going to the hospital back and forth, different hospitals. I was having malaria, I was having typhoid, I was having every other thing. I had attacks, I had different things in between.
Wow.
So it was me being scared. I was so afraid of my life. Every minute I was always thinking about death. It wasn't like I was going to commit suicide.
Wow.
But I was just always thinking about death. Death was always on my mind.
Wow.
I had a couple of people to talk to. I had my godfather. I had my boss at work that I shared. I just started a job. I spoke to my boss about it. I didn't mind. I just needed to share it. I spoke to a whole lot of people. And then sometimes, I had this anxiety. I had depression.
Wow.
Sometimes I would look at myself. I would touch my chest.
Wow.
My heart would palpitate. I would go to my sister's chest. I would touch her chest. When I touch her, she'd be like, calm down. Nothing is wrong with you. Calm down. Nothing is wrong with you.
Wow.
I'll take water. Sometimes I call my doctor. I'll be like, my heart is palpitating again. My heart is beating fast. What is wrong?
Wow.
In the middle of the night, 11 p.m., I'm on my way to the hospital.
Wow.
In fact, my doctor was tired. Everybody was tired. My mom was tired. I was just landing at the hospital anyhow. But my point is, when I spoke to one of my youth pastors, he took me. I'm not trying to preach, but I'm just trying to say you need to have this connection or communication with God. If I didn't speak to my youth pastor, I wouldn't have really gotten the idea of what a man called and was saying something similar to this. With the word of God, I was actually reading the word of God. I don't even believe myself that I can say this, because over the years I don't live my life like it's my life. I live it like I don't live my life like God gave me this life to live. I live it like, okay, more it's just my life, let me live it a beg. There's nothing. I don't pray. I don't often pray. I don't often go to church. I don't do any of these things because I feel like it's my life. Maybe God did not even give me this life. But in this short period of time, May, June, July, early August, I was still at the hospital. I was still back in it. But within this short period of time, I realized that I have to just, maybe God was just trying to tell me, you need to come closer to me. And in between that time, I had God talking to me, but I didn't know it was God that was talking to me. I had this thing that was in between this whole thing. I went to mosque with my mom. I went to different places with my mom. I went, just that we didn't go to a ritualist, but I knew we went to mosque. My mom is a Muslim. So in between all of these things, there was just this thing talking to me that if you go to all of these places, none of them can heal you except you come back to me. But I didn't know it was God that was talking to me because I haven't really had an encounter with God like that before. But then again, I spoke to my youth pastor. He was like, that was God talking to you. And all of the things they gave me at the mosque, I disposed everything. Within me, I was still scared that if I stopped taking all of these things, maybe they wouldn't work for me, or maybe my heart palpitation would still continue, or maybe the attack was still going to come back.
Yeah.
Because I was scared that all of these things were going to come back. But then again, with faith, I picked all of these things. It was just like as if God was talking to me, I didn't know. Then in my dream, he appeared to me again.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
God was like, I am the living God. And he pushed away some things in front of me, and I was like, what is this again? Is this still God talking to me? I spoke to my youth pastor. He was like, that was God talking to me. Then with faith, I picked all of these things. I went to throw them away. And before throwing them away, I prayed to God. I was like, God, though, it was you that appeared to me, that all of these things, they cannot work for me. Only you that will work for me. You said I should come back to you. And I threw all of them away. And with faith, I am living my life.
Wow.
With faith. Even though I'm not all that perfect, like I'm still scared in some certain ways, but I feel like God is actually putting me in a place that I don't even know.
Okay.
I'm talking about all of these things because I'm not a preacher of God, but at the end of the day, I'm doing it good.
Okay.
So that's faith and patience.
Shout out to you, man. Thank you for sharing that. Wow. So it took her that experience to realize that there is God. I mean, for some people, I know that there's some people who don't believe in God. And for her, it took her having that moment in her life to believe that there is God, and God is actually talking to her and trying to say that, I'm here for you. Come closer to me so that I can take away your heart palpitations and, make you feel better and give you a whole new life and a whole new experience entirely. Thank you for sharing that one. Thank you for sharing. Hello.
Good afternoon, Andre.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Andre.
Why did you have to do that twice?
Honestly, you're shaking table this afternoon.
Are you serious?
Serious.
What kind of table am I shaking?
No, you are shaking the table of memory.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
The table of memory, Andre, in fact, you are a wonderful presenter.
Wow.
A wonderful presenter. I listened to you and your husband calling Teke. You guys are wonderful. You guys are amazing.
Thank you.
Yes. On this afternoon show, actually, I don't want to mention my name. Permit me not to mention my name.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah. My own experience, I was at the age of 4. My mom left my dad, and I began to struggle in the line of life. I struggled, and that actually made me a strong man that I am today. I struggled without education. I struggled, no love, no care. Life has not been easy.
I know.
Life, I have a lot to say, but hey, relationship-wise, I've had it rough. I've had it tough time, I've been betrayed a lot, and business-wise, I've been dealt with. In fact, I've had a lot of life experience, and I'm strong. It made me a strong person. I can face any situation squarely, and I will overcome it. And
yes.
God bless you.
God bless you too. Thank you for sharing. Wow. I could feel that, he was. I could feel that he was bitter. I could feel that, life has taught him a lot of lessons. And sometimes it's hard to even, you don't know where to start from. It's just so much that you can't even pick one to say, okay, this is that major event that changed everything for me. Sometimes it takes you experiencing that one thing over and over again for you to now realize that no, something ain't right here. Something is not right. Right? It takes you experiencing multiple times for you to learn a lesson from it and say, okay, enough is enough. So this is how life is. I'm not doing it again. Never again. For you to make such a decision. Right. We'll take one more call or two maybe, and then we'll go on a short break and switch gears. So there's something we might just be interpreting, a particular language that we would be interpreting. It's a very popular one that we all say. We all say it. At one point in our lives, we have said it. So let's get to interpret the real meaning of that statement or that language. Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome.
And
God, see what Collins has done.
Yes.
Welcome.
I mean, this is Monday, but I've not called. Yeah, I've not called to say hi.
Welcome.
You've been doing the good job.
Thank you.
Since Monday, but you are trying.
We try.
You were on the morning show, now this afternoon show.
Yeah.
May the Lord bless you.
Amen.
See, back to the matter.
Yes, sir.
I tuned in late, but are you asking a question?
Yes, I'm asking the
concerning
major events that happened in your life that changed the way you see life.
The way,
It's deep.
let me think. Let me think about it.
I'll give you
right
time.
now. Yeah.
I'll give you time. Think about it, okay? Okay, 0700 993 993 993. Hello?
Andrea.
Yes.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome.
The Comrade Koboko.
Comrade Koboko. It's good to have you here
It was
on the sunny side.
1998, 5th of June, 9:30 p.m. I lost my father at the Ore Freedom Medical Center now.
Oh, wow, that's detailed.
It changed my life. Till today, I'm feeling shock.
Wow.
I left the village to Abuja, learning plumbing materials 3 years. Came to meet one of my uncle, chairman, with money transfer that they promised me, saying would send me to secondary school. I not see him after 8 years until my father had burial. He was giving me some sentiments of family when my father was in London, when he was in Nigeria Airways. I moved on. I started factory work. The first time I was coming back from factory work, I said that I don't know how to come down from Molue. As I come down with now my head go like so.
Wow.
Go to the Baba Expressway.
Nah.
I worked for 8 years, so the redundants can't catch me. As they can't give me that 50,000, I pay my house 70,000. I can't start another work here. God come help me. I can't win Tete. Do you know what in Tete?
I don't know. Tell me.
I win Babita for 1.2 million. I think I start some more factory work.
You don't mean it.
I have 10 machines and 20 workers. I still want to expand my factory.
Wow.
And all of my siblings are still alive.
Wow. Wow.
Thank you very much.
A round of applause for you. Okay, so I'm guessing, right? I'm guessing that the what he's trying to say is a major event that happened in his life was the passing of his dad. And afterwards, it taught him how to be resilient, to be strong, and, not giving up on life. He worked, some really hard work. The one that's, also hurt him. But at the end of the day, now he owns his own company, his own factory, and he's doing well. Now he's an employer of labor. All right, so yeah, that's worthy of note, I think. Okay, hello? Hello? Ay, do call me back if you can. Hello?
Hello?
Hi, good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon, welcome.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Hello?
I'm here. What's your name, please? Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Okay, talk to me. What's your name, please?
I said it's tradition for some people like Taraba State. When a cousin marry cousin.
Okay.
At the same time, it's an abomination for some part of people.
What is an abomination?
Yes.
Nah, I don't think you're here with us. I am not sure that you're here with us. You're probably somewhere else and you thought you were here. But I understand. I think at this point we'll take one call. Afterwards, we'll go on a break. When we come back, we'll switch gears. There's this particular language that we will be interpreting. Yeah, we'll be interpreting that shortly. Hello?
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. Yeah. What's your name?
My name is Val.
Okay, Val, welcome.
Yeah, let me be fast. In my own case, it is betrayal, friendship, betrayal of friendship, and all that. So for my eyes, everything, not going into too much detail. I learned that when you are dealing with human beings, you apply wisdom, you apply fear, you apply respect.
Did you say fear? Did you say fear?
To some extent.
Ah.
Yes. Then compassion and consideration too.
Okay.
And you don't judge a book by its cover. Sometimes,
I like that one.
Your foes, try to draw them a bit closer because they might end up being your best friends.
Now that's deep. Okay, thank you so much, Val. Wow, that made sense. Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Good afternoon.
My name is Samuel.
Your name is what?
What?
Samuel.
Yeah.
I can hear myself. Can you turn down the volume on your radio? Okay. Hello? All right, 0700 993 993 993. Hello?
Hello?
Hi, welcome.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name?
My name is Edward. I'm calling from Ikoyi. I just want to say to Engineer Koboko that he has a fan. Each time I listen to the radio, I just want to hear him tell.
Are you serious? I mean, you're not the only one.
He's a character. I love him so much. Engineer Koboko and Pastor Latipo.
Okay.
Yeah. I just want to say hello to them.
All
Thank you very much.
Wow. Interesting. So Koboko man, wherever you are right now, you have a fan. Koboko man. I don't know where he came up with. Where he came up with that word, Koboko man. What is that Koboko? Or maybe I'm just the one thinking things now. But I want to know where the Koboko man. Is it that you are a maker of Koboko? Or is it the markets that you are selling? I don't know. But let's go on this break. When we come back, we'll switch gears. Stay with me, all right? I'll be right back.
This is Worthy of Note. The Sunny Side with Joyce. We'll be right back.
You are listening. 99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.